Hello, my name's Sallie Haydock, and I'm a partner at Unify Partnership. We are behavioural specialists and we work with teams and individuals looking at how to develop high performance in various sectors, various areas of the world. And I'd like to just take you through and introduce you to the Insights Discovery profile and talk to you specifically around the Insights Discovery Day. The Insights Discovery Profile is a fantastic piece of kit, but of course I tell you that. I'm just going to share my screen with you if you bear with me for a second. Okay. So the profile is something that I have personally been working with for over 25 years. And I use it as a central piece in the work that I do, and it is a central model that we use at Unify. We are distributors for the profile, and I've worked with it with all of my clients for the last 20 odd years that I've been working as a licensed practitioner. It's a great piece of kit. It's got legs in terms of it's validated by the British Psychological Society, and we've used it throughout organisations. It gets people thinking about how people might be different. And that's really key for the work that we do. We look at interpersonal relationships, we look at high performance, and we try to understand and get other people to understand what the differences might be. So typically, one of the analogies that I often use in the workshops is that there are always people that you work with, but it's just a beautiful thing. It's like you could be skipping through a meadow full of flowers, holding hands, and working with them just works. And then there are other people in the organization that you might work with, and it feels more like planes near missing midair. It just feels really uncomfortable. We never get the right results, and it just feels like it could be a lot easier. And the trouble is that for me, I'm doing exactly the same thing with the people where it's working as with the people where it's not working. How am I stepping on their toes? How am I not getting the results that I so desperately want to get? And this is where the Insights personality profile comes in, because it starts to look at where are you on the wheel? What are your preferences? And how do you inadvertently step on people's toes? And also, how do you inadvertently motivate other people that you work with? So, how come it wins with some people and how come it doesn't with others? And it raises our self-awareness to who we are. So, the profile that we work with is a really detailed 23-page report. And it covers in that report a huge amount of information, including the value that somebody brings to the team, the suggestions for development, what their weaknesses might be, where they might like to communicate with people, how they would communicate with people, and also how not to communicate with them. And there's also a great double-page spread on the opposite type. So the opposite type is often the person that they might struggle with the most. It might not be that they're their nemesis, but they are the people that look at the world in such a different way that there might be a little bit of confusion. And it's a brilliant report because it also looks at the graphs, and it provides data and statistical data about how our colour energies are made up. So up on the screen, you've got the right-hand graph there, which is the four different colour energies that Insights uses. It's based on Jung's theory of personality. And these are 5 words per colour energy that is used by Insights to describe that colour energy. The key bit that is different to most profiles is that we don't ask you to pick one colour. The basis of the Insights profile is that you are made up of all 4 colour energies, like a block that I'm holding up on the screen. And we have a colour order. So as you're looking at that right-hand graph there, you might be drawn to certain words in some of the quadrants, and you might kind of not be too keen on other words in other quadrants. And my quick question would be, and it's just very brief because I know I've only got you for a moment, is what would your colour order be? So what are the words that you're drawn to, and what are the words that really don't light your fire? But the idea is that we're made up of all 4 colour energies. So we're not just one colour energy, we're not one dimensional. And the order of your color energies present you to be on the wheel, on the insights wheel. And what we then get to do is we then get to be able to collate everybody's wheel position onto a central diagram, which allows us to ask key questions around team. So how are we communicating? Where is the decision making? You can see here on the graph that I'm showing you now, on this particular team wheel, there's no sunshine yellow. What does that mean for that team? Sunshine yellow is around relationship building and vision and the big picture. What does that mean for this team? It doesn't mean that they can't do it, but where do they step into it? Maybe what strategies do they need to employ in order to make sure that they've covered that off as a team? So this is what we would be looking at and how we would be looking at producing for your team. The day that we work at, there's a workshop that's the Introduction to Discovery Day. It's a highly interactive, fun and engaging workshop. We start off generally at about 10 o'clock in the morning. We finish at about 4. It's very intense. So 4 o'clock, pretty much people are quite full up, especially if they've got travel as well to get to. But the work that we often do gets talked about in terms of it's got me thinking. I've never really thought about it that way. I present the theory in a way that's engaging and also objective. So we start to laugh at ourselves and our behaviours, and we don't feel like we're being put on the spot. And that's where I feel we get the best engagement and the best learning, the best investment with the team. And people often walk away going, I never realised I came across that way. I've got so much to think about now. This is great. But also the key thing for me is that it's positive. It's really positive. The profiles, if you get to read one, are framed in very positive language. And it's all about what you can do and not where you need to move to. So your wheel position is yours. It's the best wheel position for you. This is how you see the world. But here are your opposites. Here are the other people in the team. This is how they might see the world slightly differently. The benefits of the workshop are very, very extensive. But the key things that I think, the themes that come out in most of the work that we do is that people have increased self-awareness. They understand who they are and what makes them tick. And sometimes that can be eye-opening. I've never realized that that's what I do, but it's absolutely what I do. They also understand about their colleagues and where they might be different to their colleagues. They understand how they might step on people's toes and what to do about that. So throughout the workshops, there's hints and tips and guidance about how to manage your opposite type and how to work with them. Improve relationships are a key one, understanding the impact that we have on others and the team performance. So it starts the conversation about how do we operate as a team. I hope that's given you as much information as I can in a short period of time about the Insights Discovery Workshop. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.